Frank and Audrey were sitting down on the mossy floor in the riverbank house. They listened to the noisy squirrels outside chattering about the exciting day they were planning. Frank asked Audrey if they had an exciting day planned. "No," said Audrey, shaking her head. "But we could have a picnic. Would you like a picnic, Frank?" Frank nodded, his tongue sticking out greedily, like a piece of string. "Yum, yum," he said. So Audrey packed a little basket with cheese for her and jelly for Frank. Then she packed some apples. How many apples did she pack? Audrey pulled her hat over her head and she told Frank to put his on too. Then she opened the door. Frank hopped out and left the picnic on the floor. "Brr! The wind is as cold as the snow," cried Frank. "Don't be a wimp," said Audrey, so they hopped into the woods. Just then some hedgehogs walked by. "Can you count them?" "Ow! One prickled my finger," cried Frank, putting a plaster on it. Then they walked past a bird feeding its babies some worms. Audrey said it looked disgusting. "Ew," she said. Soon they found a nice sunny spot. "Let's have the picnic here," said Audrey. Audrey sat down in the sunny spot and asked Frank for the picnic. "Uh-oh, forgot it. Whoops," said Frank. "Frank, we came all this way with no picnic," said Audrey. She made an angry noise. Grrr! Frank didn't want her to be angry and went to hide. "Where's Frank hiding?" Audrey sat down looking cross. Her tummy was rumbling. Rumble, rumble. And she didn't know the way back home. Oh no! Just then Audrey felt tired, so she lay down and fell asleep. She started to snore. "Hello!" A loud voice woke Audrey up and made Frank hop out of his hiding place. It was clever Colin. "Oh, Colin, you woke me up," said Audrey, her tummy rumbling louder than ever. "What's wrong?" asked Colin. Audrey told Colin that Frank had forgotten the picnic. "Silly Frank," laughed Colin. "Ha ha! I'm not silly," said Frank, but he knew he was. Audrey said, "Yes, you are," then told Colin that they didn't know how to get back home. "I do," said Colin smartly. "Follow me." So they followed Colin through the woods. "Look, there is our big, beautiful riverbank house," said Audrey. "I saw it first," said Frank. Colin opened the door. He pointed at the picnic. "Is that it?" he asked. Frank nodded. "Do you want to go back into the woods?" asked Colin. "No way," said Audrey. "I'm too hungry." So they all sat down at the big brown table and ate up every single bit of the picnic. "You make the best picnics, Audrey," said Colin. "Thank you," said Audrey, who had a mouthful of cheese. "You make extra slippy jelly too," said Frank, who kept dropping his jelly.